anything of the scale that matches this? I don't think there is anything in the living history, but anything that comes close to it in your, let's say, 30-year observation?
Yeah, I'm not a clinician. I mean, I'm a biochemist and a pharma scientist, basically, I've been. No, so I look at the molecular pathology rather than the clinical features of the symptoms. What I've wondered always was that with the SARS-CoV-2, the peculiar feature, especially this was discovered by Italians because they were not able to stop the deaths. So they actually went and did the uh, biopsies and autopsies, and they found out that there's extensive blood clots. That's never heard of with the flu virus, which is very puzzling and everything. And ever since, we were looking at it, although I mean it's defined as acute respiratory distress syndrome (ARDS), but it looks to me it has a more vascular features of the disease rather than acute respiratory distress syndrome. In fact, very recently there was one publication that says that uh, the spike protein that goes inside the lung endothelium is actually causing the mitochondrial dysfunction. So it actually attacks the mitochondria. So there's a lot of talk about a lot of people are trying to treat acute respiratory distress syndrome with various drugs. I've seen in India that people are throwing drugs like ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, steroids, I mean pantoprazole. I mean pantoprazole is for to see is an antacid, but paracetamol. The thing is, there's a cocktail of drugs that they're using in the clinically by the doctors, and puzzled me because they are throwing anything and everything, including the homeopathy, into the cocktail, and that's where it puzzled me. Do these doctors really know what is the actual molecular pathology is? I'm not criticizing doctors, but the problem is we are still learning about the disease in more detail rather than I'm not being critical about doctors, but we need to know more about the disease than the actual treatment process.
And